Forced vows. Bitter feuds. Enemies who turn into soulmates. Iffy haters to lovers and high-stakes marriages are your jam. This countdown is for you. Here are 9 forced marriage Turkish dramas with English subtitles that will keep your pulse racing and your heart melting. Let's begin. At number 9 we have Çiçekleri, and its English name is Vendetta. This drama revolves around Dylan and Baron, whose fates are tied by an arranged marriage meant to end a violent blood feud. Despite the hatred and loss around them, their union sparks emotions that could either heal or destroy. Baron battles his rage to save his brother and bring peace to the clan that killed his parents, only to learn a shocking truth. His scheming uncle is the real culprit, setting a trap so Baron lands in prison and he can seize the family fortune. Want to see if love can disarm vengeance? Watch Vendetta to find out what happens next. Number 8. Çapkını, the Kingfisher, Golden Boy. The story is centered on the powerful Orphaned dynasty led by Halil's AA, head of a vast jewelry empire. Although his son Orhan and eldest grandson run the business, Halil still makes the final call. His younger grandson, Ferit, is an irresponsible bachelor freshly back from studying abroad. Fed up, Halil orders his widowed daughter-in-law Ifrikat to find him a proper bride. The news races to Gaziantep and lands in Kazmares mansion, where his only hope of wealth rests on his beautiful daughters, Suner and Seren. Curious which bride will tame the Kingfisher? Watch to see what happens next. Number 7. Safir, the Sapphire. The series is based on the Gulsir family, Cappadocia's elite, whose carefully curated lives unravel after a shocking event. Their eldest, Etz, returns from America years after rejecting the iron rule of his grandfather Omar, whose authority drove him from home following his father's death in a car crash. At his mother Gulfan's plea, Etz reunites with brothers Yarman and Okan to shoulder the legacy business, only to find family loyalty and ambition on a collision course. Will old wounds ruin a new beginning? Press play to learn what happens next. Number 6. Gelin, the Bride. This story is about Hanzade, an orphan who learned to fight young for herself and her ailing brother. Cihan, sole heir of a wealthy family, accepts an arranged marriage engineered by his mother Mukader, who insists the line must continue with a son. Captivated by Hanzade's beauty, Mukader chooses her for Cihan. Though Hanzade despises the idea, she agrees to cover her brother's medical bills, only to discover that marriage in a mansion can be its own battlefield. Does sacrifice bloom into love, or resentment? Watch and see what happens next. Number 5. Uzak, the Distant City. This drama revolves around Ali Alabora, who arrives in Mardin with her late husband's coffin and their 5-year-old son to honor his last wish. The moment she enters, there's no exit. Cihan Alabora, head of the tribe, denies her the right to leave with her child. Facing a dark past, buried secrets, and the region's harsh realities, Ali is pulled into a relentless struggle against her husband's powerful family. Aired on Star TV. Will a mother's courage break the walls of tradition? Watch to discover what happens next. Number 4. Sla. Sıla's story is based on a cruel twist of fate, taken from her roots at birth, raised in Istanbul by a wealthy family who told her all her relatives died. Eastern by origin but Western in upbringing, her world collapses when her biological father reappears, lies that her mother is dying, and lures her back to Mardin. There, to save her elder brother's life, she is forced to marry Boran AA, a stranger and a power in the region. Can Sla reclaim her freedom? And her heart? Watch to find out what happens next. Number 3. Sahipsizler, the Orphaned. This drama tells the sweeping tale of 6 siblings, Aziz, Kemo, Zelihar, Fadan, Samit, and Barm, thrown into survival after their parents' sudden deaths. Their roots trace to Barlar and Arfert's forbidden love in a Mardin village, Yars, the obsessive son of the richest family, kidnapped Barlar, but she escaped with Orphaned and raised their children in the forest. When Yasa's revenge destroys their haven, the siblings flee to Istanbul, seeking shelter with their father's loyal friend, Uncle Aslan. As the older ones race to grow up and protect the younger, resilience becomes their only currency. Want to see whether family can outlast fate? Watch to learn what happens next. Number 2. Gizli Saklı, Secret Hidden. The story revolves around Naz, a top-of-her-class police academy grad, disciplined, idealistic, and by the book, and Pamur, a lone wolf detective infamous for bending rules to get results. Their captain pairs them for a covert op to bring down a mafia boss disguised as a fish distributor. Their cover? A just-married couple who moved into a quiet neighborhood. Sparks fly as opposites attract and collide, while they chase criminals across dinner tables and stakeouts. Will a fake marriage turn into real feelings, or real danger? Watch to see what happens next. Number 1. Kızıl Goncalar, Red Roses. This heart-wrenching drama is based on Meryem's fight to save her daughter Zeynep from the fate she suffered, married at 14 within a religious sect and now set to become the Sheikh's grandson's bride. With guidance from her sister-in-law, a former sect member, Meryem plans a desperate escape. To fund it, she works as a caregiver in the home of Levent, a secular psychiatrist who agrees to help. Despite clashing beliefs, their bond grows, just as a devastating truth about his daughter explodes their fragile peace. Can a mother's love rewrite destiny? Watch Red Roses to learn what happens next. That's our list. 9 gripping forced marriage Turkish dramas with English subtitles where enemies become lovers and vows come with a price. Which one are you pressing play on first? Drop your pick below, like the video, and subscribe for more Turkish drama notion countdowns.